Hello and welcome to Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. On today's show, we have the president of Montclair State University, Jonathan Koppel, and he's here to tell us why Red Hawk Country is such a great place to learn. We also meet Merrill Frank, former mayor of Highland Park, and author of Unearthed, a thrilling mystery dedicated to how the next generation should honor the memory of the Holocaust. But first, the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission is taking action to become the top production destination in the country. Elizabeth Parchment of the commission, and before she became Lieutenant Governor of New Jersey, then Secretary of State Tahisha Wei, told me all about the exciting developments in entertainment happening right here in the Garden State. Welcome, ladies, to the show.
Thanks for having
Thank
us,
you.
Lisa.
Thank you for having us.
Well, we were talking off camera about this is a cause that I'm particularly passionate about because I'm all about the New Jersey pride and showcasing that for the world to see. So, Secretary, I'm going to start with you. Why is New Jersey the perfect location for film and television production to set up shop here in the Garden State?
Sure. Well, we're the birthplace of film. So it's just great to see that film and television industry is booming once again here in New Jersey. Credit to our Governor Murphy for reinstating the film and digital media tax credit program. And New Jersey is top in that we have the diverse landscapes. So anyone would want to be part of this industry here.
And why are you so particularly passionate about this?
Oh, for many reasons. I'm particularly passionate about it because, again, New Jersey is so diverse in her people, in her landscapes. You'll see waterfalls. We got the magnificent colleges, the historic buildings, the downtowns. And, it's just a good feel that now, we have folk who are residents who can participate, in our boot camps, and also, just to see the scenes that are being filmed here. And when you think back to just the year of 2017, which was just recent, it was an economic impact, the industry of $67 million. But today, now, like just last year, we grossed the estimated $700 million in revenue to our state and created thousands of jobs.
Why is New Jersey the perfect location for film and television production? And what is the role of the Film Commission in getting these productions to the Garden State?
Well, we're seeing a lot of filmmaking in Newark. We're seeing a lot of filmmaking in the northern part of the state. However, South Jersey is getting a lot of love too. We're seeing productions that are willing to travel outside of the studio zone, which is the 25-mile radius outside of Columbus Circle. So I would say that North Jersey is getting a lot of love, but Central Jersey is too. South Jersey is as well. And we are only about making sure that even if there's one or two or three or many popular production areas in New Jersey, when one county wins, when one municipality wins, the state of New Jersey wins because we're bringing production into New Jersey. And with that, there's so much economic impact. There's the pride, there's the image enhancement. But New Jersey is feeling the love from the production industry, and we are welcoming them back to the state of New Jersey.
Elizabeth, there's so much that goes into a successful production. How does the commission help those coming from out of state get the resources they need to be successful?
Well, we're constantly reaching out to the industry, and we are welcoming studios to come to New Jersey, as well as equipment houses and all the other businesses that can support the film and television industry. So businesses are really coming to us. Our executive director, Stephen Gorlick, is in constant communication on a daily basis and trying to lure businesses to New Jersey that are very specific and that can cater and service the film and television industry.
Secretary, what's the administration's role in securing these productions?
Well, of course, I think it starts with the top leadership with Governor Murphy and, of course, First Lady Tammy Murphy, who have a true passion for this industry. And, of course, in working with the EDA in terms of the tax incentive program and just, basically showcasing all in which this state has to offer. It's amazing to see that some of our homegrown talent, are filming here. We had Anne Hathaway by way of example. And of course, some of our notable filmmakers such as Steven Spielberg, M. Night Shyamalan, and others. So, it's a good partnership. And of course, Liz and her team with the Film Commission, they're doing creative programming, not just the PA boot camps, where, of course, we're trying to ensure that, our New Jersey residents can be placed in the pipeline to this industry of filmmaking. But of course, with the creative and understanding programs such as Film Ready NJ.
And what is that program, Elizabeth? What does it entail?
So the program is designed to support municipalities and counties as they work to accommodate location filming and market their communities as filming destinations, positioning our state as a top production destination. There is the Film Ready program is a 5-step program. The first step is to attend a how to become a Film Ready community workshop. Then the second step is that a town has to designate a Film Ready liaison, and this person has to be employed by the city or the county. And they're like the boots on the ground. They know the ins and outs of their community, and they can assist with production companies with finding information and local resources in their town. Then we have our third step, which is adopting a formal permit process, and perhaps it's an ordinance or a code of conduct, depending on the town's needs. Our fourth step is to upload film locations, and this is we think this is really, really important because it's our way of showcasing the uniqueness, the charm in a community. It's our way to market New Jersey online. And then the last step is to submit a list of local resources, because when a production comes to your town, they want to patronize their local resources, the businesses within the community. And so we're working very hard to certify our municipalities and our counties as film ready.
What is your favorite filmed in New Jersey movie or television show?
My favorite, there's so many. I'm one of those I hate to say, like, Joker fans. So, one may not realize it, but so that I have to say, there's many. So, but I would have to say the Joker right now.
Yeah, well, wait till the Lady Gaga one comes out, and she was in
I
Jersey
know.
City.
I cannot wait. I will be the first one in line, popcorn and all, and I'll be there.
I would say the Best Man franchise. They feel The Best Man first, their movie filmed in, I believe, 1999 in the state. Then there was another movie, and now they filmed their final chapters. And I think that franchise is a cultural touchstone for New Jersey.
I love that. Great
Thank you.
answers. Sorry to put you on the spot there. I know it's hard to play favorites. Elizabeth, before we wrap, where can people find out more about the commission?
So our website is film.nj.gov, and it is chock full of resources and information and very user-friendly. And we encourage the filmmaking world as well as residents alike to peruse the website.
And Secretary Way, is there a portal for people to find out what's going on with you and anything with the state?
Yes, of course, we do so much at the Department of State, and folk can come and look us up at just nj.gov, and you'll see the tag. You could go and locate the Department of State and, see all that we have to offer.
And you have a lot to offer. Very busy, that's for sure. Both ladies, thank you so much. This was so much fun. We'll see you at the movies.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Jonathan Coppell is in his third year at the helm at Montclair State University, and he's here to tell us about the latest happenings on his campus. President Coppell, welcome to the show.
Very good to be here. Thank you for giving me time.
Well, it is Montclair State, and I am a little biased because I am a proud alum, class of 2006.
I heard the good news.
Yes, it feels like yesterday, but apparently 2006 is a little bit ago. And so much has changed and for the better. Tell us what exciting things are happening on campus.
First of all, yeah, it's a different school than it was in 2006. A lot bigger. We're the second largest university in New Jersey. And what's cool about that is that if you came on campus and talked to, you'd never know it because it's retained. Actually, part of what I bet you enjoyed was the fact that it has an intimate feel. It's a real community, and the students have incredible interactions with their faculty and get amazing learning opportunities as a result. What I think is the distinctive part about Montclair is just the hands-on learning. Let's just stick with your area. Our School of Communications and Media is unbelievable. Students come from around the country because they get the opportunity to learn by doing as part of our amazing program, where they're producing television shows, they're producing films. We have our own streaming service, we have our own sports network. It's remarkable. And that ethic of hands-on engaged learning, it really is in every program around the campus, whether it's in business or in the social sciences or in nursing or in theater or music. Our students they're getting their hands dirty from day one, not just sort of learning theory in the classroom. So very exciting place to study.
You talk about the intimacy, and I shared with you that I still have such special relationships with my professors that are still on campus, and they were a huge part in getting me on my feet when I decided to start a production company and hosting this show. And I mean, that is invaluable, and you don't get that from a lot of places.
I talk to students about their experience here, and they all report to me how different the Montclair experience is from other universities. And they talk about the relationship between students and faculty. They talk about the relationship among students. They say it's just different. And I even see it when I'm interacting with students. I'll have one student telling me about, some of the work that they're doing, or they hope to get an internship, and another student who they've never met before will say, "Oh, I know a person. Let me introduce you to this guy. He's great. He'll help me get an internship." They want to help each other. It's so impressive. I love the students at Montclair State University. Like, they are distinctive. Their appreciation for what is available to them, their desire to be engaged and soak up every opportunity. They are special, and the students enjoy being with each other.
I think another great thing about Montclair State University is its location. You are not far from New York City. You have a train station right on campus, but even the surrounding communities offer so much in terms of learning and culture. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely, and you're hitting on really one of the, I think, distinctive premises of education at Montclair State University, which is to be engaged in the community. And we take the idea of being a public university very seriously, that it's more than just, oh, we happen to get some money from the state. It's that our reason for being is to serve the public interest and to be a useful partner for the communities around us. So you're 100% right. We have students working in health, in business, in education, of course. That's our origin. And they're out there in Montclair and Clifton in Patterson, in Newark. Most students have some experience where they're out there learning while doing service in the community. That is a core part of what makes Montclair Montclair.
Absolutely does. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where did you come from and how did you get this amazing opportunity?
So I came from Arizona State University, where I was for 11 years, and I led something which became known as the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions. So you can tell I'm all about service and figuring out how you use the university to solve challenges, right? That to me is, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that needs work. Everything from climate to violence to division, and I think universities can and should be part of the solution. That's what we exist to do.
Talk about the merger with Bloomfield College because that recently made news as well.
Yeah, and we're working hard on that, and actually it's an extension of the community responsibility part of the ethos of Montclair State University. That when Bloomfield College, the state's only predominantly Black institution, announced that without partnership they were likely to go out of business, that just didn't seem consistent with Montclair State University to sit here and watch from a few miles away and say, oh well, that's a shame. There's nothing we can do. No, our mission is very consistent with Bloomfield's mission. We're a majority minority institution. We're a Hispanic serving institution. And so the question was, could we, by integrating Bloomfield into Montclair, create economies of scale so that we could create a fiscally sustainable entity that would benefit from being attached to a large public research university, but also offer a distinctive small college, liberal arts college experience that sees people who maybe don't want to be part of a 20,000 plus student university and wouldn't do as well. Let's create a distinctive experience for them. And that's what we're intending to do at Bloomfield. So very exciting. We're working through there. It's super complicated. I can tell you, I've never been part of a transaction like this. And there's regulatory steps, there's accreditation steps, there's working with the federal government, there's working with the NCAA. It's messy, but we think it's worth it, and we think the end result is going to be really a whole that's more than the sum of the parts.
So finally, what is your favorite thing about Montclair State University?
It's super easy. My favorite part is the opportunity to interact with Montclair students. They're amazing. They're smart. They're motivated, and they are determined to squeeze every bit of value out of their time at the university. The people, the students, the alumni, that is the secret sauce of this university, and it's been an absolute joy to get to know as many as possible.
Where can people find out more about Montclair State University?
Montclair.edu is our website, and you can track us down on social media, and we're happy to give more information if you reach out. Everybody who comes to campus says this is where I belong. So the one message I would say is, yes, look at the website, but figure out a time to get up to this beautiful campus. People are blown away and they never want to leave.
President, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and congratulations for all of your successes at Montclair State University.
Thank you, Lisa. It's been a total pleasure to talk with you today.
Meryl Frank is the former mayor of Highland Park, an international champion of women's leadership, and the author of Unearthed, a mystery thriller dedicated to the Holocaust. Meryl's here now to tell us more. Meryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Tell us how you became such an activist within your Garden State community.
Well, it's actually tied to the book. It's having a history of being told about the Holocaust. You know, I as a very young child, I was kind of identified in my family as the one that would remember the family history and tell it. And so I was told stories and I remembered them all.
What was the one story, though, that inspired you to put your thoughts and memories on paper?
When I got older, I was given a book about what happened to my family, about my cousin, actress Franya Winters. And she was this just woman who captivated my imagination. We had photographs of her, and she was sexy and fun and interesting. And I wanted to know more about her. But when they got to talking about what happened to her in the war, they would say, she's gone, she didn't make it. And so I didn't know and kept looking. I read everything that I could read on the Holocaust. But when I was an adult, my aunt gave me a book, and my aunt was from Bayonne. She gave me a book that was called 21 in 1. And in this book, it described how 22 actors died in the Vilna ghetto. And she showed me a picture of my cousin and said, I want you to take this book. I want you to hand it down to your children, but don't ever read it. And so I put it on the bookshelf for 20 years and just kept this interest in it. But, my life got in the way. I became the mayor and then an ambassador and did all of the work that I did. It wasn't until 8 years ago I received an email from the Memorial de la Shoah in Paris. They said that someone had dropped off 50 photographs of an actress and her family, and they took 5 months and found me. And so I flew off to Paris and saw these photographs of Franya and my family. And I decided this needed to be a book. I needed to write about this, partly to give them back their humanity and their dignity. And, they were meant to be wiped off the face of the earth. And what I wanted to do was to say, no, they lived. They were full human beings. And, we can't really imagine what 6 million means, but we can understand a single life. So I wanted the readers to know her and fall in love with her and feel the horror of what happened to her and to understand what happens when hate goes unchecked.
What a journey you took to writing this. It had to be so emotional, too, to sit in a quiet room with these thoughts and feelings and putting this out there for the world to read and learn.
Well, it was emotional, but I also had a drive to do it. I understood that this was a story that needed to be told. And so I would work on it nonstop. It ended up being 7 years. I took a 2-year sabbatical to write the book, but it took much longer because I had to go to the archives in Lithuania, and I was in France and Israel and in the United States at the YIVO Institute for Jewish Research, where I found documents that had been buried beneath the ghetto. They understood that their cultural heritage had to be kept. And after the war, they came back, a few of the survivors, and unearthed and brought out these documents. And I was able to find my cousin's Actors Union card and mentions of her in plays and all sorts of information. It was remarkable.
Tell us how you became such an activist within your community.
Well, I started out, I'm from New Jersey originally, from Ocean Township. I live in Highland Park now. And I was an at-home mom for 12 years before I ran for mayor. And this community is extraordinary. It's filled with lots of different kinds of people with different ideas. And so it was a challenge. But from here, I have been working, in the community still, but also nationally and internationally. I was appointed as the ambassador to the UN Commission on the Status of Women. And then after that, started traveling all around the world to work with women on leadership skills, to talk to them about communication, policy, strategic planning. And it was very fulfilling. But this book, when I started working on the book, I decided that I would take time off from this. And so, as I said, I thought it was going to be 2 years. It was 7 years that I've been working on this. And occasionally I'll step in and help people who are running for office um, or let my views be known about things. So that is really where I'm at these days.
I have to ask, as a young mother, what inspired you to run for mayor as like your comeback after being home for 12 years?
Well, I was home for 12 years with 4 children. And originally, as is very typical of women who get involved in politics, it was around school issues. And I became an activist that way. I was president of the PTO. Women don't often see themselves as leaders when they are in their communities. But the fact of the matter is they are. If they're working, on a library campaign or involved in the PTO, they're leaders. And I got involved because I didn't like the way government was being run. And I ran against a 2-term incumbent with the help of women friends. And I mean, there were women who were at-home moms and there were who were professors at Rutgers and secretaries, and we would meet at 10 o'clock at night because we all had kids. And it was a tremendous campaign. I won, and I was mayor for 10 years. And really on a platform of good government, talking about what our government can be and how we can serve our community.
You know, I heard a quote just yesterday about women CEOs. Lead with love, manage with performance. And you, my friend, are the epitome of that. Meryl, thank you so much for coming on here. What a fascinating life you have. And there's so much more left in your chapters. Where can people find out more about you?
They can reach out to me through www.merylfrank, MERYLFRANK.com.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about you and the book and your journey and that Hollywood movie. We'll be there on the red
Yes.
carpet to cover it.
Sounds great.
And we'll film
Thank
it in
you.
New Jersey. It'll be awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week.